Hello everyone, I'm the Nth Apple and we're here today to look at another area in Fallout 3. This place is called L.O.B Industries, which is located just south of Mama Dulce's and the cemetery, which is located in the main part of Washington DC. It's an interesting place. It's got some good conspiracies behind it, a lot of robots and a good bit of technology behind it, and some very funny moments that I think. So without further ado, let's take a look at L.O.B Industries. You first get in. The place looks like a shithole. Okay, it's destroyed, the walls are collapsed, wallpaper's peeling, everything is strewn everywhere. Ignore the pile of goo on the floor. Cabinets are destroyed, doors are kicked in, ceilings have collapsed. The place is a mess, much the same as many of the vaults are, even though they should be in better condition than this. Filled with robots, sentry bots with laser turrets and normal Gatling guns. Some Mr. Gutsies, and if you're high enough level, even a robo brain or two, which probably led the assault because they can control robots with that big brain of theirs. So the main thing you're going to see is the terminal in the lobby, which details a couple of very interesting things. First of all, in the event of an emergency, everyone who has to carry guns, by the way, is to kick over a desk and shoot anybody who comes inside that is not part of the company. Okay, and oh yeah, you're not like cafeteria rights anymore, which is kind of weird. Weapon practice, it's a very common thing among this place. Everyone's alright with carrying guns around. They're here, oh god, they broke in, etc. And even though they broke in, don't use caps locks in your emails. It's offensive to your employees, because everyone knows caps locks are fucking annoying. So it's a very comedic place, if I do say so myself. Then you're going to see is everyone's dead, and they've all got some type of gun or ammunition lying around them. This is the protocol. Robots came in, everybody suited the fuck up. Except they didn't, okay? There's only like 3 destroyed robots in the entire building, and one of them, I don't even know why it's broke, and the other 2, the CEO seems to have sacked up and took care of it. No desks are knocked over, and some people don't even have guns on them, which is very weird considering the protocols they had. This arsehole here seems to have got caught with his pants down with a lunchbox out, even though he had about 50 meters and about 10 minutes to get his gun out before the robots showed up. This person right here, with a laser rifle, only person who showed balls, and the guy at the left corner that you'll see right in a second here, he got cut in half somehow. I'm not really sure how, probably blown in half or something. One of the weirdest things, the cafeteria, none of the tables are knocked over, nobody has guns, everyone's dead. It's like nobody even made a half-arsed attempt to even defend themselves, didn't even work for their pay rise. Okay, I'm looking at you, Jenkins. You did not work hard enough for your pay rise. Now, there's also something very interesting. If you go to the top floor, one of the collapsed rooms, is one of the only areas where anyone made an even attempt to defend themselves. You're going to see this guy right here. He's got grenades and a first aid box. He's ready to fight. And then the next room up here, you're going to see someone who actually bothered to make a barricade with a cabinet and a wooden shelf. Him and the CEO are the only people who made an attempt in this entire place to actually try to defend themselves. After that, you're going to start going upstairs, and you're going to notice a couple of creepy things. So this will take you to like sort of the business, shall we say, section of L.O.B Enterprises. So the first thing you're going to notice as soon as you get in here is this wonderful little surprise. There's a teddy bear propped up in this chair that probably cost someone getting shot to put it there. So that's kind of unnerving. Then you're going to see a terminal that gives you some more information. The system logs are empty. So first of all, it's the security team. When the feds show up, they just go nuts. I presume it's the same as the emergency one. Fuck the desks over, whip your guns out and shoot anybody that's not part of the facility. Company policies are very weird as well. First of all, it's the internal memorandum. Okay, people are aware of their milestone. What milestone is it? So be prepared to shoot and enact your emergency protocol. Weapons, standard weapon policy that you've seen downstairs. Then you see the evacuation policy. People are meant to leave via tunnel in the archives, and then everybody else is meant to barricade the rooms and hold them for as long as they can, which is just retarded because obviously you're going to run out of ammo eventually, you're going to get killed. You're going to see why the tunnel thing is weird as well. The last bit's what's happening in nuclear winter. Essentially, L.O.B Industries becomes the L.O.B Republic, its own country, which, okay, fair enough, it's nuclear war, why not? Sounds like a good idea. In the archives, there is no tunnel. The tunnel spoke of in the evacuation procedure, it's not here. There's one robot, I have no idea why it's destroyed or it's not working. One of the only 3 non-working robots in the entire place. There's a couple of cabinets, a first aid box, there's no tunnel. So either Bethesda forgot to include it, which could explain why this why L.O.B Industries doesn't turn up on the world map, only the local map, or I don't know, they didn't have an evacuation procedure and just told people go into the tunnels because, you know, fuck the employees, who cares, we're gonna die anyway. Then you're gonna find upstairs jumping puzzle, one of those little jumble puzzles in Fallout that either leads to a secret or in this case lets you circumvent a locked door. The locked door being the door to the CEO's office, which sheds even more light on the current circumstances within L.O.B Industries. So you're gonna find these are the only 2 destroyed robots through like physical damage I can see. So this CEO had balls. Okay, so he's just dead behind his desk. You can find a key to the case in his desk, and we're gonna come to that case later. And then a computer terminal which will show a couple, well, 1 or 2 little interesting tidbits of information. So it wasn't locked when I came to it, so it's not locked. So he's got an invoice for American flag. Now I find it very weird that he needs one now, in that this was sort of set, the Chinese and American thing is meant to be a, you know, a mirror of the whole American-Russian thing, and everybody had flags and were like, fuck yeah, America. So maybe because the feds were showing up, they were like, oh yes, we're an American company, we are here to help America, we are for the interests of America, but they quite obviously weren't, or else they wouldn't have got the doors kicked in and shot in the head, and you're going to see later that they definitely weren't, which I find it very funny, but I suspected it from the start. I want to add right now, and I'm sure when you veterans went through this, you were catching on to it as well, weren't you? Yeah, you were. So then you're going to come to one of the only other interesting rooms in the building that's just outside the CEO's room, just the second door on the right. You're going to come to the R&D terminal, which will contain the usual company policy bollocks, and then lab reports of a prototype. Now there's 4 of them, and they go from the oldest to the newest, but presumably there is more than one prototype, and just these were the only ones that they seem to report on. First one, it's incendiary ammunition, but the fumes are causing people to die, go unconscious, etc., and they can't use it. The second one, it is causing people to explode. The ammunition is too gentle, it's too vibrations make it explode, which, you know, if you have a gun in your pocket, that's just not a good idea. The third one, the gun's heating up and burning people's palms and fingers, so once again, back to the drawing board. It is only by the 4th one that's actually shown here, based on the reports, probably the 418th prototype. It's working, the flammable ammunition works, it's a gun, we should use it, this is going to be our product. And you're like, alright, well, cool, you've got a gun here, is there any way for me to get this gun? It's in the CEO's case, and presumably he didn't use this to kill the robots, or how to get back in the case. Chinese pistol with flammable rounds, one of the unique weapons in the game. That, the L.O.B Republic, the fact he's banned an American flag, the fact that the place got invaded by robots. This place was owned by the Chinese. I find it very weird that instead of, that it was the L.O.B Republic they were meant to become, instead of like the Chinese People's Republic, or whatever it's called, and, you know, be like a forward operating base, but okay, whatever. So they were making a prototype gun, they were found out about it, the robots came in, gunned them all down, the employees were very badly prepared, there was no escape tunnel, and they all died. So that's the secret of L.O.B Industries, one of those little Chinese sleeper cells that are quite a few in Fallout really, and I will take a look at them later. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like, favourite and subscribe if you did. Follow me on Twitter for regular updates. Leave comments in the section below for you know, any suggestions for future episodes or feedback on this episode. I am the Nth Apple, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. And as always, an Nth a day will keep your boredom at bay. And goodbye.